everyone, and welcome to the Australian Institute of Architects 2022 New South Wales Country Division Architecture Awards. I'm Viv O'Connell, and it's a pleasure to be your host for today's announcements. And to begin with a welcome to country, I'd like to hand over to Tiana Ferner.
Thanks, Viv. Hello, everyone. I am Tiana Ferner, and I am a Gomeroi woman. I work remotely as an architectural graduate at BVN here in Tamworth, regional New South Wales. I would like to welcome you to my country. Gomeroi country is one of the largest along the eastern edge of Australia, from the Queensland-New South Wales border, from Moree, Tamworth, down to Singleton. I feel very privileged to be able to work in architecture and on country. I have spent my entire childhood here in Tamworth, and I am very thankful my children are also able to learn from our elders, community and land. So I would like to again welcome you to Gomeroi country and pay my respect to all the countries we gather on tonight. I would also like to wish all our entrants tonight the best of luck. Back to you, Viv.
Thank you so much, Tiana. Well, today's announcements recognise exemplary work by the Institute's members across regional New South Wales. We'll be seeing projects across 8 categories today, from commercial, educational and public buildings to small project architecture and heritage, as well as interior and residential architecture. I'd like to take this opportunity to acknowledge the New South Wales chapter corporate partners, Bondor and Brickworks, for their support of the Institute and in particular for being part of these awards. And now it's my pleasure to hand over to the Institute's National President, Shannon Battison, to say a few words.
Thanks so much, Viv. Our coming together to celebrate the awards across the regions speaks to more than just the incredible array of high-calibre projects being completed around Australia. It speaks to the wonderful strength of our profession, both in the city and our regions. My own family herald from regional New South Wales, with the family farms located around Henty and Colcan, so I know all too well the immense importance of our built environment across all areas of towns and beyond. To me, great architecture is an act of generosity and of care. It speaks to not only its purpose, but a greater mission to connect to people, to place and to climate. When I look at the entries in this year's New South Wales Country Division Awards, I am so proud of the incredible work of our profession. This truly is a legacy that we leave for generations to come. As the climate shifts around us, the role we play as a profession is becoming ever more important. Our regions are at the coalface of the climate crisis, and I hope that in the months and years ahead, we're able to come together to help the communities around us do better in the buildings we build, be they large-scale commercial or public architecture, or our most precious of spaces, our homes. So I would like to take this moment to not just congratulate you all on the incredible work that you are doing in our regions, but to thank you. Thank you for the work you do to see that our regions get the best of our profession. Good luck to all the entrants tonight. Now back to you, Viv.
Hi, I'm Adam Litherland. I'm the architect for Nova. You're watching the 2022 Regional Country Division Architecture Awards. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Thanks so much for that message, Adam Litherland, and lovely to see little Acton there. I hope you guys are having a great evening up Gyra Way. Well, as the members know, the Institute's Architecture Awards are assessed by a jury of peers, and they certainly had their work cut out for them this year, assessing 19 projects across New South Wales. To introduce the jurors this year and give us a sense of what it was like to assess the projects, I'd like to introduce Co-Chair of the Regional Committee and the 2022 Jury Chair, Noel Thompson.
Thanks, Viv. It was an honour and a privilege to be appointed Jury Chair of the New South Wales Country Division Architecture Awards program that offers the opportunity to acknowledge and award architectural practices in regional areas. The awards are a critical asset in the promotion of high-level design excellence for architecture in regional context all over New South Wales. The architecture produced showcases the diverse and outstanding projects from small to large scale. The awards program provides a platform for peer and public recognition and to celebrate architecture more broadly with our respective communities and regions. This year's Country Division Award programs has again demonstrated the high calibre of architecture being produced across regional New South Wales. It was a pleasure to join with my colleagues Louisa G, Jared Grice, David Holm and Carly Martin to judge the New South Wales Country Division Architecture Awards. This year there were a total of 19 submissions across different categories, which after challenging past year with pandemic and building difficulties was encouraging. An innovation this year was that all entrants, as well as providing detailed analysis of their projects, presented additional plans, information and images to highlight successful design outcomes to the jury. This required an enormous commitment from the jurors with their detailed and analysing of entrant submissions and presentations that provided for robust conversations. We were aware of the responsibility when formulating a consolidated opinion based on the judging criteria across the diverse range of projects. A recurring theme was the ability of architects to address the many challenges arising from working in regional areas with design quality, high client expectations and where budgets are often limited. On behalf of the jury, I wish to thank the Institute staff, Peter Fry, Vivian He, Wayne Eggleton and Joanne McAndrew for their support and direction. Without their commitment, the awards program would not be possible. I'd like to thank members of the New South Wales Regional Committee for their commitment to supporting regional practices and architects. I wish to thank and congratulate all the entrants in this year's New South Wales Country Division Architecture Awards. Your projects play a vital role in showcasing the many varied successful projects across New South Wales. Lastly, congratulations to all of the winners. And now let's take a look at the first round of nominees with projects spanning commercial, interior, educational, public and small project architecture.
Summerland Farm by DFJ Architects with Plummer and Smith, built by Woolham Constructions. Nova by Adam Litherland Architect, built by Prime Build. Charlotte Street by DFJ Architects, built by Will Construct and Design. Marchpool Pavilion by Source Architects, built by Elcon Building and Construction. Nova by Adam Litherland Architect, built by Prime Build. Mudgee Arts Precinct Gallery by BKA Architecture, built by Hutchinson Builders. Oberon Farmstay by Source Architects, built by Owner Builder. And Marchpool Pavilion by Source Architects, built by Elcon Building and Construction. Well, a great range of projects there, and we'll begin with the commendation announcements. The jury have awarded a commendation for interior architecture to Marchpool Pavilion by Source Architects. Warm and calm monolithic stone slabs, vibrant aquamarine tiles, brass highlights and blackbutt cladding combine in an interior where visual simplicity belies complex detailing. Congratulations, Source Architects. And a commendation for small project architecture goes to Oberon Farmstay, also by Source Architects. In picturesque valleys surrounding Oberon, this simple but sculptural galvanised ironclad form, set into the hillside, has a structured and decisive planning arrangement for this farmstay accommodation experience. Congratulations once again to Source Architects. And from this round of nominees, the jury have bestowed 3 awards. An award for small project architecture goes to Marchpool Pavilion by Source Architects. A standalone addition to a previous renovation and extension of a heritage home in Orange, Marchpool House is situated within the established garden and provides its occupants with year-round pool access in the cool climate of the central tablelands. The singular form makes a big impact. A limited external palette of black render, steel and blackbutt timber elements creates a monolithic form, which is at once sculptural and commanding of attention, yet recessive within its surrounds. Congratulations, Source Architects. Well done indeed to Source Architects, scooping the pools so far. An award for public architecture goes to Mudgee Arts Precinct Gallery by BKA Architecture. This project blends the refurbishment of the former Cudgegong Shire building with a new gallery environment containing flexible exhibition spaces, tourism offices and ancillary facilities. The context of rectilinear heritage-listed colonial buildings is juxtaposed by the angled expansion set below the adjacent roof form, allowing the existing to retain its primacy. The design captures a contemporary expression of the arts and architecture, respecting and enhancing an existing heritage environment. Congratulations, BKA Architecture. Congratulations indeed. And the final announcement in this round of nominees is for commercial architecture, where the jury have given an award to Summerland Farm by DFJ Architects with Plummer and Smith. This project demonstrates a refined and restrained approach as it draws existing buildings, new structures and landscapes into a cohesive whole. The reimagined master plan features a new adventure playground set in lush landscaping, overlooked by the retail hub, housing a cafe, gift produce shop, back-of-house facilities, plant nursery and ticket booth. Summerland Farm prioritises landscape and user experience in a successful and sophisticated way, providing an exemplary series of buildings and spaces for visitors to enjoy. Congratulations, DFJ Architects with Plummer and Smith. And we'll be back in just a moment after these messages from corporate partners Bondor and Brickworks.
We're the team from Cialis Architects and you're watching
the 2022 Regional Country Division Architecture Awards.
Thanks so much for that message, Tina and the team at Cialis Architects. Well, we're about to move on to the residential architecture categories. But first, I'd like to hand over to New South Wales Chapter State Manager, Joanna McAndrew.
Thanks, Viv. And thank you to everyone for joining us tonight. What an impressive show of design excellence we've enjoyed to date. Congratulations to all of our winners so far on your fine achievements and for your wonderful contribution to the fabric of our built environment. To our remaining winners yet to be announced, congratulations in advance. There are a few people I'd like to thank for making tonight's awards possible. Firstly, thank you to all the practices who have taken the time to submit an entry into this year's awards or participate in the awards through your celebration shout-outs. The calibre of work this year has been outstanding. Thank you to Tiana Ferner for your welcome to country. Thank you to our jury chair, Noel Thompson, who has helped us navigate the New South Wales Country Division Awards program. To each of the jurors, thank you for generously investing your time and expertise into this year's awards. For the first time this year, entrants were given the opportunity to present their projects to our jurors. This was met with enthusiastic support from both the jurors and entrants, with the ability to listen to the stories behind each of the projects, giving a real insight into the emotions behind the building experience. Thank you to all of our corporate partners and sponsors for their investment in the awards program. To our chapter president, Laura Coburn, Thank you for your continued hard work and championing of building reforms across New South Wales and working with National to encourage the rollout of the sustainability checklist throughout New South Wales. And finally, I'd like to give a special thank you to the Institute staff, in particular my team, Peter Fry, Vivian He and Wayne Edgelton, who have executed a well-organised New South Wales Country Division Awards program. And now let's roll the nominees in the residential architecture categories.
Charlotte Street by DFJ Architects, built by Will Construct and Design. Jewel House by Source Architects, built by Elcon Building and Construction. Timber Screen Extension by local architect South Coast, built by Lincoln Constructions. My Malua by Cialis Architects, built by Angelini & Co. Suvla House by Barker Architects, built by MRH Build. Q House by Source Architects, built by Owner Builder. Balanced House by Source Architects, built by Elcon Building and Construction. Scribbly Bark House by Walk North Architects, built by Jayaparam. Q House by Robertson Collective, built by Saltbox Building Co. Osborne House by Cialis Architects, built by Arise Building Services. And Muli Muli by DFJ Architects, built by DTA Building. Well, 11 great projects in the residential architecture categories, and we have several announcements ahead, beginning with the commendations. The jury have awarded a commendation for residential architecture alterations and additions to Timber Screen Extension by local architect South Coast. The thoughtful use of a restricted palette of materials and minimal detailing has allowed this house to be achieved to a budget, whilst allowing greater usage throughout the varying annual climates. Congratulations, local architect South Coast. And in the residential architecture houses new category, a commendation is awarded to Osborne House by Cialis Architects. In historic Burradoo, Osborne House fits within a context of expansive country houses, whilst taking a more refined and subdued approach. Congratulations, Cialis Architects. And now to the award announcements. The jury have given an award for residential architecture alterations and additions to My Malua by Cialis Architects. My Malua is a humble and beautifully executed renovation of a tired beach house. This project sensitively reflects the scale, materiality and tone of its surrounding area and creates a considered outcome for the streetscape through the redesign of the front facade. The outcome is a great celebration of architecture in a small community and a refreshing reminder that older houses can have a second life. Congratulations once again to Tina and the team. And in the category of residential architecture houses new, an award goes to Scribbly Bark House by Walk North Architects. Scribbly Bark House is a celebration of the contemporary family home, incorporating clever planning into a small yet generous footprint. The exterior of the house is strikingly embellished with decorated operable screens, created by artist Georgie Lucock in reference to the bark patterns of the local scribbly gum tree. The continuous artwork of perforated pattern wraps around the perimeter of the house, also casting patterns of light into the interior that change and move throughout the day. This project is joyous, elegant and refined, an exemplar of contemporary Australian residential architecture. Congratulations, Walk North Architects. And the jury have also given an award for residential architecture houses new to Muli Muli by DFJ Architects. This project is a modern take on the traditional beach house. A refreshingly restrained floor plan sees the architecture celebrated through careful technical detailing, considered material choices, and connection to the lush landscape setting. This project by DFJ is an excellent example of a quality design outcome that is modest, flexible, and beautifully executed. Congratulations, DFJ Architects.
Hi!
We are the crew from Walk North Architects.
And you're watching the 2022 Country Division Architecture Awards. Regional is where it's at.
Thanks so much for that message, Walk North Architects. Very nicely done there. And as we move into the named award announcements, I'd like to hand over to the New South Wales Chapter President, Laura Coburn, who sent through this message.
Thanks, Viv, and good evening, everyone. I'm coming to you from the traditional lands of the Eora Nation to congratulate all of tonight's finalists for the 2022 New South Wales Country Division Awards. I'd also like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which I am on, the Gadigal people of the Eora Nation, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. It's wonderful to finish the 2022 awards program celebrating the work of those that commit their careers in shaping extraordinary regional design outcomes to our built environment throughout the regions of New South Wales. I commend all the finalists and for the part that you play in keeping our regions intriguing, inclusive and amenable for all. The New South Wales Country Division is an incredibly important part of the New South Wales chapter, and we are very thankful to be able to showcase the work that happens within the New South Wales regions in these awards. I'd like to thank this year's jury Chair Noel Thompson, Louisa Gee, Carly Martin, David Holm and Jared Grice for their time and commitment and the deliberations that they undertook, and the Institute staff, of course, who make these awards possible. Have a terrific night wherever you are, and I hope that you are celebrating with your colleagues, your clients, your friends and your family. And now back to you, Viv, to announce the highest accolades for the evening: the Timber Award, the Vision Award and the James Barnett Award.
Thank you so much, Laura. Well, the first announcement is the Timber Award and is given in recognition of outstanding architectural work by a New South Wales Country Division architect, and the use of timber must be integral to the success of the project. And so, without any further ado, the jury have awarded the 2022 Timber Award to Timber Screen Extension by local architect South Coast. The Timber Screen Extension house design is driven using timber as a resilient, renewable and affordable material. Sensitively crafted timber detailing separates the new and old, whilst reflecting the timber hardwood dress studs used on the cladding of the existing house. The design successfully defines a series of flexible outdoor rooms, using screens as shade devices, wind protection and privacy elements, complementing and completing the existing architectural composition. The thoughtful use of a restricted palette of materials and minimal elegant detailing has allowed the house to be achieved to a budget, whilst allowing greater usage throughout the varying annual climates. Congratulations, local architect South Coast. And now to the Vision Award, which showcases the skills and capacity of the architect, ideally in community-focused endeavours, but also recognises projects that may not easily fit within the main awards categories. And the 2022 Vision Award goes to Summerland Farm by DFJ Architects with Plummer and Smith. Summerland Farm is a community asset which celebrates the quintessential Australian working farm, as well as providing a place of employment for people with a disability. The design for the site deliberately sought to reuse existing buildings, which have been carefully expanded and made more user-friendly through the introduction of covered walkways and veranda elements. The landscape is treated as the hero element and prioritised throughout the site in a considered and restrained approach. This project represents a skillful approach which prioritises and places the user at the centre of the experience. Congratulations once again, DFJ Architects with Plummer and Smith.
Hi, we're the team from Barker Architects and you're watching the 2022 Country Division Architecture Awards. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks for that shout out, Barker Architects. And now for the final announcement and the highest honour that can be bestowed by the Country Division Awards jury, the James Barnett Award. This award recognises outstanding work by a New South Wales Country Division member and can be awarded from any category. And without any further ado, the jury have awarded the 2022 James Barnett Award to Scribbly Barkhouse by Walk North Architects. Scribbly Barkhouse exudes timeless modernity and demonstrates an exceptional cohesion and connection to the land and surroundings. The external and internal areas are seamlessly integrated with a private framed courtyard that effectively expands the house. Responding to the needs of the occupants and the local climate, there is a small transitional surrounding veranda consisting of movable screens, which allows all the spaces to breathe. This celebration of the contemporary family home, incorporating clever planning into a small yet generous footprint, means Scribbly Barkhouse is a most worthy recipient of the 2022 James Barnett Award. Congratulations, Walk North Architects. Well, congratulations indeed once again to the team at Walk North Architects. And that brings the Country Division Awards announcements to a close. I'd like to congratulate all the commendation and award recipients and indeed every practice that entered the awards program this year. I'd also like to thank the Institute's corporate partners, Bondor and Brickworks, for their support of these awards. Great to have you on board and I hope you've enjoyed the show. Just a note that the 2023 National Awards program begins a little earlier than usual, next month, with the 2023 Newcastle Awards to be streamed on November the 18th, right here on the Institute's YouTube channel. Now, if you're in Newcastle, the stream will be shown at the Great Northern Hotel. To purchase tickets, just head on over to the Institute's website. The New South Wales Chapter Prizes and Honours Awards Gala and end-of-year celebrations will be held on the 2nd of December at the Art Gallery of New South Wales. Be sure to get your tickets through the Institute's website, as it promises to be a great event. And the student prizes, after a 2-year hiatus due to COVID, are back on and currently open for submissions. The Student Awards Night will be held on the 3rd of March 2023, and you'll find more information on, you guessed it, the Institute's website. Thank you once again for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to be your host once again. Wherever you may be, have a great evening.